Hello. Back Vader, Dan's Reef. How are you doing? Just wait for people to get the notifications. I need to pause YouTube. Good, good.
I'll get on my phone so I can keep that open there. How I'm doing? Yeah, PB. There's a lot of death. Oh, you just can't hear. Yeah. I was just going on my phone. Easier on my phone. Right, so let me show you. Give me a second. So, can you see this? Yeah. Death. Full colony gone there. I've snapped all bits off now. Full colony that over there is gone. Colony over there went. Rainbow Montipora is going. Rainbow Montipora at the back's going. So, not good. Not good. But everything else is holding, so we're not doing too bad. For now. But that's weird because it's stripped white and then it's stripped brown. You know what I mean? So that's confusing me. That I'd like to know what's caused that to do that.
I just lost 2 corals too.
Have you?
I lost.
Do you know what it was caused of?
And I lost my Joda coral within a day.
Yeah.
I have not lost.
Like I said, mine was in a day.
I haven't lost any coral within 1 year. That was my first 2 corals I ever lost in over a year. And
well, the ones I've lost, that's the first ones I've lost in genuinely 6 years.
Yeah, I don't.
I've not lost any colony or anything in 6 years. So, and I've lost. It works out about £500 worth I've lost.
Yeah, I don't know.
So what's that in dollars?
Because of my auto top, my water reservoir emptied, and I came home, and I don't know if my salinity went too high, but then again, I think it would affect all my other corals, but it didn't.
With mine, it seems to be acros on this side. So I had like all my acros that was up there have gone. That one started, that a little bit of that stripped, I snapped it off, and that seems to have held. So that's lucky. I had a huge strawberry shortcake there. That's completely gone. I had on top of that, I had a nice colony of acro. That's all gone.
My green slimer here had a piece, and I snapped it off. So I don't know if that was the culprit of causing. I had a huge acro, right, a blue millie right here. I mean, it went all the way out. It was huge, and then I had a little piece over here, and I don't know if that infection that was in the green slimer. I don't know, but I cut it as soon as I noticed it, and 2 days ago I came home and they're bleached white.
Yeah. When that one was stripping at the back there, I said I've snapped them all off now because they had like sprouts growing off it. But that at the back, that piece there, that were there, before it's stripped over there, I snapped it off and put it there. So I've got a frag of it there, and that's held. And I've got the big colony that I had there. That is the one piece, that little frag on that frag plug there. That's the one piece of a full colony I've got left.
Wow.
I did actually break some more off and put them on the sandbed to rest, but every one of them stripped. Even this here. I accidentally broke a piece off yesterday, and it was a big piece. It was bigger than that. So again, I left it to rest. Woke up this morning, it was completely stripped.
Yeah, my LFS told me, my local fish store I go to, he said, it happens. Even Rico said it happens. I mean, there's nothing you can, they're animals, things die. Nothing lives, well, corals should live forever, but, if they get sick just like anybody,
Yeah, but I had a need to blow in my system. So I had a need to blow up in my system. So titanium one in now. So I've got a titanium one. What I've done, that heater blew up. I emptied it out. The sumps had a clean. Skimmer, took the skimmer out, cleaned the full skimmer. New heater. Reactor came out. Scrubbed the reactor clean. I put GF4 and carbon in the same one because I'm just going to empty them out in a couple of days. I've got a new return pump. So a new bigger return pump.
You changed every.
Yeah, new one of them. Max Spec Jaya. This is Nick Chan, by the way. So Nick Chan, when things blew up, when my heater blew up, it blew my wave maker up too. So Nick Chan sorted out the Max Spec Jaya. So Nick Chan sorted the Max Spec Jaya out. Nick Chan got the titanium heater. Nick Chan got the new return pump. So thank you, Nick Chan. And yesterday, you had Ace jumped on the stream, give me $40 as a super chat. Cruz came on, and he gave me $30 on a super chat. So that's going to replace some of the corals.
Very good, very good.
So I tell you what, reefers do absolutely one of some of the best people you can meet. Absolutely generous that they are. But there's some corals in here, like there's some of the frags that are in here are worth a lot of money. On this side especially, there's thousands and thousands of pounds worth of corals in this section, frags wise. Like some of them you can just not get hold of. I don't know if you can see them, but some of them you can just not get hold of.
Yeah, I'm not going to worry about the pieces that they were cutting, there were frags that grew out, but if I start seeing everything else go, then I'll freak out. But if everything else is still doing good, it happens. We lose some stuff,
Yeah. I say, don't get me wrong. I've got a frag. I put a frag in. A couple of days later, the frag's disappeared. That's fair enough because everyone expects a frag either makes it or it doesn't. But when it comes to, do you know what? I've just noticed that stripping underneath. Can you see that? Look, it's stripping underneath.
Yeah. See, I had a couple do that, and then I clipped them, and then I re-glued them, and threw the bad part away. And once you put that super glue over that, for some reason they love to grow on super glue.
Yeah. I said I've already got a frag of that, and I've already got a frag of that there. just in case. Well, some of that's already been fragged off. But that is, I don't even think.
And you
Do you
don't
know what? I'm not even
understand
going
why
to.
it's doing that? You don't understand why your tank's is
Every
RTM?
test is coming back perfect. Every test is coming back perfect. So, no, I do not know.
That's crazy.
I'm just going to click that there. So, you all right, Rico? If you look, see that acro
Yeah,
in
what's
front?
going on? I'm trying to get the speaker
See that acro in
on.
front of you there?
Hold on.
Yeah, the acro in
One
front of you.
second. Let me get my
Stripping at the
headphones
bottom.
on. Can't hear shit. All right, you there?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's going on?
See that acro in front of you there? That bottom bit, let me just point to it so you can see it. It's stripping there. Now, I don't know if it's stripping because of a reason or because it's not stripping like the other ones we're doing. That strip there. Would you clip it off or should I just leave it?
I'll just leave it. I got coils that do that, and then it just stops.
Right, leave
They
it.
go. I don't know if it's a chemical warfare, you know, the money or whatever, something irritating it, whatever's
Yeah.
going on. Make sure. When's the last time you put something in the tank?
What coral?
Coil wise. Yeah.
A couple of weeks back. You know
Couple
what,
of
Rico?
weeks.
Though? Look at all these. I've got absolutely hundreds of different types of corals in here. Do you know
Yeah.
what frags?
Right. Yeah. No, what I was thinking is, do you know if you got, have you checked for red bugs? Red bugs will irritate the coral, and it's a slow process and cause the
I've
coral
never
to act
ever
up.
heard of anyone over here with red bugs. It's like a thing that we don't seem to
Oh,
get over here.
oh it's not something you can actually really see that good. You have to be so far on it, you know. You'd be surprised. Red bugs are in the ocean, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Black bugs, acro-eating flatworms, which I doubt you'll have that.
No. That.
You probably noticed that you had that by now.
Yeah. In the past, they have. In fact, this here,
Yeah.
when I bought that as a frag, it had a
Right.
aqueous flatworm on it. I must have had it a couple of weeks in the
No,
system, and I seen aqueous flatworm on it. Snapped the frag off, threw it away straight away. A little bit of base was left on the rock, and it's grown that from it. So,
yeah.
but look at that. It's like a mini
Hey, Mark.
Recus frag tank. What was I going to say? There's even the Montes, like the Monte. Do you know the Rainbow Montipora down there in here? Look at it's got white patches on it. Like that's going. But everything else today looks better than it's ever done. That's
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much. I was cleaning and messing with my tank, and I seen you was on, and then I heard you say something about something going on, so I wanted to jump in and see what was going on.
it's like I put like recovery. To me, it's like a recovery. Do you know from what's happened?
Yeah.
The summit's been fully clean, Rico, from where do you know where the thing exploded?
Yeah.
So the sump's been fully cleaned out. Everything's been cleaned within the sump. So the sump's crystal clear.
There you
I say all
go.
the filters have been changed.
Absolutely amazing.
All the bubbling's been done. So it's looking
Right.
crystal clear.
Well, that's all you could do. You know, now you got to just wait and let it, whatever, bounce back.
Yeah. I had a wet skim on it, to get more crap out. And I've been topping the water up so the water's still level with the amount of water that's coming out of the skimmer.
Right.
But I said that it was coming out milky yesterday, Rico.
Did you fully start like bubbling really, really like all night and all day?
Yeah, it's
Like,
been done.
do the
That's why the
bubbling
tank's
method.
looking like that.
Yeah,
Look,
I would have bubble method the hell out of it.
Yeah. Oh, I have. Even the sand's come up clean from doing it.
Oh yeah. I'm getting ready to start mines back up right now. I've been just cleaning and moving stuff and pulling corals and whatever.
Have you got some of them phantom plugs, frag plugs?
Nope.
I've got one over there. There's a couple there. Do you know at the back? I don't know if you can see them there. Let's try and get around this side.
Where'd you get them from?
Ooh, there they are. Literally bent so you can have them on an angle. But one drop of super glue in the centre. One drop of super glue in the centre. You're not using any milliput or anything. And it's because they've got the concave, so that a drop of glue in the middle of it, and the coral sits in them.
Oh, see, I have to get some of those.
In fact, I'll show you here.
Who else is on here? We got Martin's Reef. What's going on?
Yep.
Who else?
Two of them will be mine, won't they? Yeah.
Oh, two of them are yours. Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Martin?
What's going on, Rico?
See if you can see this.
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Your
I
tank
need
is
some of
like-
those.
Your tank is like should belong in magazines, dude. It's crazy.
All you need is David Attenborough to do a little bit of,
then I'll really have a headache and have to take off of YouTube for a year.
Do you have
but thank you, man.
Your
Appreciate
fish
the
are
comment.
your fish are just like cruising, like just hanging out, like they're not crazy. They just look so like peaceful, you know?
Oh yeah, well, I give them steak and eggs every morning.
just throw the link out for these. You right, Cruz? You right, Asa?
Yeah, they're just
What's
like,
up, Cruz?
Jamie? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to turn bubbling on. Like I said, I'm trying to leave this tank alone because I gotta jump in this miracle mud, and so yeah, I'm gonna do that whole year and see. Cruz is saying this yellowtail tang here, right? On the other side, you might be able to see it if he turns. He's the rescue tang, but he's always had like the scarring rate. You can see the white streaks and stuff like lateral line and stuff like that. But he's always been pretty tore up. You can see some of the head erosion right there. He's always went through it. For whatever reason, that's how I got him, and that's how it's been. But we'll see if we can, with Miracle Mud, we can see if we can fix that. So
How many pounds have you got in now, Rico?
I got 30 pounds in the box right now. I gotta put it in. Let's go over here and check it out. So right here, I got to do the video on it. But right here's 3 more 10 pounders. So I gotta put that in and get it going. And then I don't know where I'm gonna put it at, but don't mind the mess.
You were setting up just a single system for the miracle mud.
Well, I'm thinking about, this is where the Chato is. There's miracle mud already in this. I'm thinking about just putting all that miracle mud in this tank.
A good place
put
for
your
it.
Chato in there, let it grow.
Yeah, with the Chato. So
Yeah.
put it in the bottom of this. I'll go get some container. I'm gonna clean the bottom of this out from the Chato and whatnot. And I just took a bunch of it out. There's some in here. I just threw away so much. So much algae grows in this thing. It's unbelievable. So I'm thinking about getting some tubs and whatever, or just get one nice big tub that can sustain 30 pounds of it and putting it right in here with the Chaeto. So, but some of the frags I got rid of a lot, even though it doesn't look like it.
Could you not put it at the bottom of the frag tanks, like a sandbed?
Yeah, I could put them in a frag tank. I mean, if I got a separate container, there's nothing in here that's going to disturb it. But yeah, I could put it in there. It doesn't matter. I mean, I got plenty of space for Miracle Mud. I mean, I could literally put all the bottom of this Miracle Mud and all the bottom of these frag tanks with Miracle Mud. It's not going to hurt the corals at all, you know. Could if I want to. I don't know if it's probably going to put the corals on steroids, but
I think what a good thing will be is if you put it into one system, like you put it. I don't know if you put it all at once, but you can empty one, and then like
it's all at once. It's all going on this system here. Yeah, every bit of it's going on this system because this system's been running without it, and it's a good system to see the difference, any kind of change, just because the system's been running 3 years without any of that stuff. So we're going to use it and just document this using Miracle Mud. But even though we're going to do it on this one, when I do go to the huge system, we're going to start off with Miracle Mud in that system because I want to see from the beginning starting off as well. You know, if it's going to, do something, which I have never used it, so I really can't talk much about it at this moment. But I'll probably start off at the beginning on this huge system, and I'll be putting somewhere on the new tank ecosystem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A couple people that are helping out or whatever, and what I'm going to be using, I'm going to have their stuff, so everybody know. I will have somewhere where I will have the list of names like ecosystem and custom aquatics or custom aquariums, people like that that's going to be involved in the next one. And corals, the tank will be, I have my own access to tons of corals, but the next tank, it will be some of my corals, but it will be predominant elegant corals, Mike Paletta corals, maybe some Tyrese, and maybe a piece from Julian Sprung. So I'll be housing on this large system corals that we need to keep for more generations and generations, because as everybody knows, even some of Sanjay's, even though Sanjay has a lot of corals that really aren't no namers, but he does have pieces that's been around for a long time. These guys are getting older, these guys are still going to be around, but they're getting older and stuff like that. So we need to keep this stuff in population for many more years.
Exactly.
So.
Tell you what,
the next system.
Go on.
Go ahead. Huh? Do it? What you said?
I said you need David Attenborough to talk while you're showing your tank off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Have you been watching?
So
have you been watching that new?
The thing that I have not watched it.
Planet Earth 2.
The thing is, I really need to start to get on to. I really need to, really come out my shell more, and maybe doing. I kind of still want to, write my version of reef keeping. You know what I mean?
Why don't you write some articles?
/ book.
Yeah. Some articles. Get some PDFs put out there for people to read.
Yeah, that's kind of what I really want to do. I've never been a speaker or anything like that. YouTube's brought a little bit of it out in me, but I need to really, stepped my game up a little bit, and when it comes to not so much of just growing corals, because I can do that fine, probably blindfolded, but just getting out there and educating more and talking and stuff like that. Like I said, these guys are not going to be around forever. Some of the old heads, like I like to call us. But get on some of the newer methods that are around that are still implementing a lot of the old methods. Is just putting a name on stuff, and calling it whatever it is, and reaching out to the newer generation, and put new faces. We need to get new faces out here to be speaking as well. But
exactly.
yeah, I don't know. There's a lot going on in the hobby industry right now, and things are changing. Things are changing pretty darn fast.
I've not been doing it as long as you, nowhere near. 6 years I've been doing it, and in 6 years, the change in 6 years has been like, wow.
Oh yeah. Yep.
But I'd enjoy reading some articles. I read articles all the time.
Yeah, and see, I don't. I when it comes to really articles and stuff like that, I kind of tend to shy away from that stuff. I know it's other people's views and perspectives, and maybe I agree, maybe I don't agree. I've never, in this hobby, I never wanted anybody else to really influence or corrupt my mind and my thoughts and how I've been successful in the hobby, and make me start second guessing myself, or or changing something and cause my first actual tank crash. You know what I mean? I don't want to get into that. So it's like, I said, he don't watch other people's YouTube videos, for the simple fact, you don't want to be, you don't want to criticize himself, or maybe not put out a video because somebody else has already done a video, so it's kind of things like that.
The ones I seem to read more are the research ones. Well, you've had a lot of experience, like hands-on experience, so what's right, what's wrong. And I think when you've had that amount of experience and you've got the reputation, people are going to listen and want to read your articles. If someone pops up that's been doing it 2 years and writes an article, I'm going to be going, "No, you're all right."
Yeah. Well, you also got to put stuff in people's face to get them to even remotely believe what you're saying. It's one of those things. There's actually people, I don't want to say names because it will, whatever, but there's actually people that are high up, hierarchy in the industry, that then made a career, a life off of the marine, and when it comes to saltwater, made a life for themselves, but really don't. I mean, quite frankly, have a garbage ass tank. They're knowledgeable. They educate themselves. It's like somebody taking a manual on something and dissecting it, and be able to use the big lingo terms to describe things and such, or they have a marine biologist, degree, and can very easily convince or fool people as if they really know what it takes to keep a marine tank. Like I said, and that is the God's honest truth. There's people in this industry that shouldn't be in this industry, but there's a lot of people that take their advice, especially in the reef forums. But I'm not going to go there.
There's a saying, practice what you preach, right? So
yeah.
You preach stuff, you're practicing it, and you've got the results to show for it. Where there's some people who preach it, you show the look at your system, and you go, well, you're telling me to do that.
If you look at some of these people, if you did your research and really look into the hobby and think of big people that maybe have influences on Reef forums and stuff, and go find pictures of their system, you'll throw up in your mouth. You'll be shocked because it's nothing to talk about. Literally, nothing to see. Honestly, ever a picture of anything to see. But their word is golden in this industry. So, like I said, I won't go there because it's like Illuminati in this industry or something. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, 100% with you. 100%.
What's up, Bo?
Man, I'm just listening. I'm looking at these giant colonies you have.
Oh yeah,
that's my other system. He's just showing it on his screen.
I was talking to Easy Reefer, last night after Paul's chat got this.
Yeah.
And we were talking about your tank, Rico. And
okay.
And Paul was saying, one of the reasons why he likes it and it looks so different is because you have massive colonies. Here in the US, sometimes because we get frag crazy, as soon as we get an expensive coral and we grow it a little bit, we tend to frag it either to sell it or give it to somebody else. So you rarely find mature with like mature colonies because we frag stuff. We're so quick to frag. As soon as you get a Montipora and it's like 7 inches wide, you're like, let me frag it, because I paid $50 for it. Let me frag it and see if I can sell it. So we end up with these tanks that are like collection of frags. But I made a decision the other day that I'm going to do less corals, but try to grow giant colonies because it just looks better. Yeah.
This tank, and honest to God, I'd never touched this tank. Not to be funny. This green Slimer in the old picture, it took up this whole spot. It was so much real estate that it took up that it wasn't even funny. This milk stylo, purple stylo. This thing, same thing. I have so many frags of this. This thing would have already probably been out the water. It does get to the glass. When I take my scraper, I just slam it up hard to break off stems so it doesn't touch the glass. I mean, these colonies, I've taken out so many huge colonies and frag them up and start over. This tank, honestly, would be so packed with huge colonies if I did. I mean, I have like this coral, it's like a centimeter touching the tip of that. You can't even really tell. I mean, this thing was a small frag. It grows big. This, I've done fragged this so many times that I'm not going to frag anymore. It's running into this stag here. I mean, this thing is probably 12 inches by 5 to 6 inches in some spots. It's growing into this. This insidious, I've done fragged it. This used to be just as darn on as big as the green Slimer. This was a frag of it, and it's already, I just did this I don't know how many months back, but it's already encrusting down on the rock and grew out bigger. I mean, it's all fun and dandy. This thing, this is a monster. This thing, I got so many frags of that and another colony of that up there. This is, shooting off here. This whole thing grew in, I don't know, the past month or so, just growing out crazy. A lot of this stuff is it just takes off, man. I mean, this guy back here, I mean, you can't even grab the concept of how big. This thing's taking up the whole middle back here of the tank. I mean, like I said, this guy back here started off as a frag. He's growing like no tomorrow. I mean,
it's a good problem to
have. I mean, the red Setosa, is this is just a frag of that. I got so many pieces and frags of this. This thing is huge. I just keep
how much does that go for
it down and breaking
Rico?
it. I don't know. When you get to this many colonies and stuff like that, if I was to, go to a frag swap just to thin out my stuff, a lot of stuff would probably just be like $25 a frag, no matter what it is. If I was to really wanted to off it quick and fast, because you figure at $25, a 1-inch frag of what I got in here, that's a lot of damn money. But yeah, it's
Selling
people do that. Like O said, it's the thing is, you don't let your tank, do what it's got to do. I mean, I've moved colonies because I want to make more room for other colonies or whatnot. And luckily, I'm not that person that wants to rip out every big colony or frag up stuff immediately. I want to get things filled in. I want things to grow big. Things ain't doing so good and stay a frag and whatever. Like, let's just say this guy right here on this rock, he's encrusting on the rock, but he's slow growing. If he wasn't already on the rock, encrusting on the rock, he would have already been snatched off. I would have snatched him off and replaced him with something else. But he's growing. He's doing his thing. Sometimes it takes a full year before they actually kick in and really take off. Same with this guy back here. This guy, I've lost this guy I don't know how many times and just had a little teeny piece of it, and it's growing back out to a colony again. He used to be a big colony. A lot of this stuff. I got 2 pieces here. It used to be a big colony. One piece here is actually, it's stripped up. I ain't take it out. The other piece is fine over here, but half of the back of that's stripped off, and it stopped. So, don't know why. I can take him out, frag up all. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll probably get 8 frags out of him. Damn near 1-inch frags. Still. So he'll start over. Things like that. It is what it is.
How many clams have you got? Just the one?
I got 2 clams.
How long have you had them?
I got this clam. They're not even a year old, I don't think. Like 2.5.
That's a big one, isn't it?
Like 2.5 inches. So these are Dorasas. Only reason they're in here, it's not that I like clams. The only reason they're in here is just for water filtration.
Yeah.
They just filter a lot of water. That's the reason why they're in here, not because I like them.
You might.
Hey, Rico.
I don't mind them. Yes.
I got a quick question. You ever heard of something called a mother of pearl acro?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, I see it on Battle
Yep.
Forums. It was selling for like $179 a frag.
Yeah, not me. I wouldn't pay it. But that's just me. Well, here's the thing. Honestly, it is what it is with these corals. You could potentially have a Walt Disney in your tank and not even know you have a Walt Disney. It's like a tinnitus, and you wouldn't even know because it's not keeping the same color as what you're seeing.
There you
a
go,
lot of
Rico.
these things ain't
That's
gonna
a
keep
Walt
their.
Disney there. That's a Walt Disney.
Yeah, what does it look like?
It doesn't even look like a Walt Disney. You've got to have your lights at a certain color.
Exactly.
You've got to put the glasses. You've got to put the glasses on.
It literally, if you have to have the right spot, the right spectrum, everything. So I don't mind if other people want to spend $1,800 for a 1/4-inch frag or whatever. I'm not knocking whatever. You got a tenuous in your tank. So be my guest and spend your money how you want to. But if you think that it's going to stay, just so you can say, hey, I got a Walt Disney, you're sad and mistaken. I know better. But that's just me. I don't knock people. People are going to spend their money how they want to spend it, and that's on them. But I would never. But it is what it is.
4 pounds.
Shows your light, Seymour. He's got new lights, hasn't he? Well, not the new bracket.
Yeah, sorry.
That's the best. That's the best view, that Rico.
You
What's
say
that?
lights?
Sides. Yeah, I want to see lights. I'm saying Rico, the side view.
Yeah.
It's definitely power material. That.
Yeah, it's hard to see it now.
Oh yeah.
I'm installing.
No, I'm bubbling now.
I'm installing.
I'm bubbling.
I'm installing the Neptune moonlights.
Oh yeah. There you go. Yep. I got 4 of them on this.
Yeah.
I love it.
I put the Kessels back on, and the Kessels don't dim down to 1 or 2%. So this is what I use for like moonlights now. Now that I got the T5s on, so I'm gonna use these little. I got the 3, so I think 3 is good enough for a 4.
Yeah, you got the first shipment of those fixtures.
Yep.
You got the first crate.
Yep.
So, and yeah, for all the guys that don't know, honestly, all BS aside, I am the one. I'm gonna put out a video. They got another product coming out, but yeah, I was getting ready to edit it before I jumped on Paul's stream while I was working. We got another product for guys that they'll do salt tanks and freshwater, but it's a pretty cool product. But they wasn't going no bigger than 48. So you can thank myself, I, and my great friend Steve for Aquatica. We're the ones to get them to make a 61-inch. So just so you guys know, for the big boy status, if you want those. So I will be doing a review. The second crate is actually, we're part of that shipment. I'll probably be getting them and doing a review. I'm not 100% sure yet on what I want to do yet, but just be looking out for the big boy fixtures.
There's no dimmable 6 in. It's not going to be when they come out with that. It's going to be dimmable.
What's that?
The T5.
What, fixture?
Yeah, the T5.
The one you got?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I don't think there's any dimmable 60.
Yeah, no, it's going to be the same fixture as yours. That's not dimmable neither, is it?
No.
No, yeah. I didn't think so. But who wants dimmable T5s? I don't. Not to be funny.
No, there were people asking on the forums for dimmable version, so.
No, you don't need a dimmable version. Turn the damn lights on. Leave them alone. Find a bulb color that you want and leave it alone.
Hey,
but yeah.
I'm no longer going to be messing with lights. It just works. I use different bulbs to get the look I want. I don't have to worry about tuning lights. So with the Kessel, you just tune it to whatever.
What do you do with your Radions?
Huh?
You still got those on, right?
No, I'm using
You're
Kessel.
still using Radions.
No, Kessel.
Oh, you're Kessel now. Where's the Radions?
Right here.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk. I might need them for my frag tank.
Well, all right, we'll talk.
All right. Man, I'm sure I can ship out quite a few boxes of coral.
No.
I'm sure you're ready to stock that thing back up.
Yeah, Kessels and T5s. I don't have to tune any spectrum. I just put whatever bulb combination I like, whatever color Kessel I like.
That's it.
I don't have to talk about lights anymore in spectrum. I'm good.
Yeah. That's probably the worst. One of the worst subjects to even talk about is lighting. It's not even worth talking about because so many people jump on the bandwagon and something else come through and keep constantly switching out their lights. I'm not saying no names, but
me.
But it's impulse buyers, and a lot of us in this hobby are very impulse buyers, and want whatever and think they're missing out on something because something new just came out. Instead of leaving it alone and let the corals do what they're going to do. They will acclimate to what you got going on if you leave them alone and stop shifting them, to the right and then back to the left and back to the right and up and down and side to side, all the above. You got to leave it alone.
Guilty as charged, bro. Guilty as charged. Yo, you know what I did over the weekend? I took all the junk off. I took the ozone off. I took all the stuff off. So I'm gonna just be doing the 2-pound Kessels. I bubble.
Oh.
I ordered. I put my air pump on.
You've been listening to somebody's live stream finally?
I took a lot of that little extra stuff off, so I'm gonna keep it simple.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
For the
Yeah,
next
simple is best.
for the next couple of months, I'm gonna just keep it simple, and I'm not gonna be making any crazy changes to the tank, and that's it. I'm gonna see what the tank can do in 6 months without me screwing with it.
Yes, I want you to get your camera up, Seymour, and show me a view of it, of your light fitting.
All right, give me
Look
a
at how
second.
much snot. I got so much snot running around in this tank. It's not even funny. Now this is hot. This is a proper way of bubbling for me.
Tell you what, it's a good
See
feeling, isn't it? Seeing all that crap coming
Look
up.
at you see all that? You see that slime back there and just dangling it. Look at all that. Look at all that slime. Look at that.
See, that's good.
Oh yeah. I like this view, even though it's kind of whatever with the bubbles. It looks like it's really a reef in the ocean, like this. You know, you look at the top of the water and everything is it's crazy.
Looks good. Looks good the way you're doing it.
Yeah.
Especially because the bubbles are so small.
Oh yeah. I mean, these bubbles are hovering all down here, man. They're not, you know.
All right, Paul, there you go. My phone is gonna die in like 10 minutes.
Let me check.
I did a
Right.
count.
Oh, let me see. Oh,
What
yeah.
LEDs have you got in there now then?
Kessels.
You just got
So
the
you've got the
Kessels.
Kessels. So you're not using.
Kessels and T5s.
I thought you were using. Yeah, I thought you were using your Radions in there.
So I plan to put my Kessels back on because I didn't. The shimmer with the Kessels are the best. So I absolutely wanted to.
They are.
But I was gonna test it with the Radions, but then when I took the Radions off, I mean, I think I posted a picture in the chat the other day. The cables for the Radions were like fraying off, so I'm gonna send it to Ecotech for them to fix it. So, yeah, I already put in a report.
Could you not keep your Radions on the bracket and hold the full thing on with the bracket of the Radions?
Absolutely, it includes a universal bracket.
Yeah.
You can put pretty much any lights in, like right here. In fact, they're going to come out with plates where you can put maybe even black box LEDs in it. Yeah, you can put any lights, but I wanted to put my Kessel back because I like the Kessel shimmer.
No, what I was saying, Seymour, is this. Let me just get my camera on here. Right, turn the light on. Right, what I was saying is something like this. Right, could you not put the Radions in with a bracket and then put this bracket back on over the top and just have these holding that fixture up?
No.
Right, got you.
That is hanging from the ceiling.
You see that I can't do that because here mine it's just proper. What do you call it? Plasterboard.
Drywall.
Mine is not drywall
Yeah.
anchors. The fixture is 10 pounds.
Not with this. We're living in England here. They build houses for like in 10 days.
Oh, I don't know what to say about that.
Wow.
Yeah, but I like it. But like I said, there's no way that I'll be able to hang it. So that I wouldn't do. So they've got to have like a bracket that can fit onto the side of the tank to hold it up. Rico's tank's snotting up.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I haven't done it for a while. I took it off and I did it before I left for a little while. And then now, so I'm sure it really needs a proper bubbling for the next couple days. Because it's really nasty.
I'm going to add signature, but I'm not going to take it.
Yeah, especially for the
What you're using your return pump to do that, aren't you?
No, not my return pump. Another pump that's up here. It's under the water, but it's so powerful
It's sucking in air.
that'll pull air down. It'll suck in just enough air to make it look like it's smoking.
Got you.
See?
What power head's that?
The WP60.
Let me try something. Give me a second. See if I can try it with this little power head here.
Yeah, so much work to do to get back on track on this tank. A whole month I took off and stuff. Yeah, I've realized that doing it this way, for me, it works out way better just because of the volume of the system. And now that I got enough bubbles, time to do a little bit of a stir in the sand. Trying to get some of this stuff up. Cotton over the overflow box we go. That dirt coming out of there. Corals, polyps will extend so big, it's not even funny.
How's that, Rico?
Yeah, I see.
Follow Rico's suit. Look at that bird.
Yeah.
Tiny bubbles.
Oh, yeah.
Looking a treat. Beautiful. Looking pretty dapper.
Mhm.
So now we've got Rico's method, right?
Hey, you got all these bubbles. Stir that sand up a little bit. Get that stuff going. Turn the whole tank into a protein
I usually
skimmer.
do it. Yeah. They always give me sand a little bit of a waft and then stick the bubble in on.
Mm-hmm. People probably think I'm a whack job. But hey, wouldn't do it if it doesn't work. That's for damn sure.
I saved 2 frags, Rico, from the colonies that I lost. A tiny one there.
Oh, yeah?
Tiny little frag there. That's all I got off the full colony. And it's not stripped.
Was
so
that the
I stuck it down
strawberry
yesterday.
shortcake?
No, the shortcake I completely lost. It's not too bad because there's 4 more shortcakes in here.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean? So I lost the full colony, but I've got,
Right.
I think it might be over here. There's one over here, one here. Is that one over there? Somewhere. And I saved the frag of that one, I know. Don't know what that is. But these ones are doing bloody fine. The purple ones and blue ones seem to be doing best.
Did you dose at all since then? Did you dose any iodine or anything
I've not dosed,
like that?
I've not dosed anything in the last, well, I'd say about 2 weeks. Except the Triton, that's it. But I was putting stuff in a few weeks back, which I stopped a couple of weeks ago. Let me just stand out here because I've got my washer going. Yeah, a couple of weeks back, I was dosing some products. The iodine levels in it was high. And when it come back, my iodine was high, very, very high.
It was very high, your iodine?
Very high.
Yeah, how much? Why? Was you going off of their recommendation?
No, I was dosing a product, do you know, for the system. Do you know, like an amino acid? But it contained iodine as the second most abundant thing within the bottle was iodine. Now, I was going off the instructions of dosing it as just a standard amino acid, not realising that I'm dosing iodine daily and all.
Yeah.
So I think you should be using it when you're not using a method. Do you know, like the Triton method and things like that? Because obviously you're dosing into it. I think it's for good if you're doing water changes weekly. You could put some of this in, you could do your water change, empty it out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's all stopped now. None of that no more.
That's good.
Yeah, but on the Triton method, on the Triton, it actually said 60 it should have been. And was 570.
Huh?
Yeah, you heard me right.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
The Matrix. It was definitely what you heard.
Yeah, I'll leave that one alone.
Right, I'll tell you what was I in it. I had aluminium, which I knew what that was. That's for using the phosphate remover I was using. But I always swap. So I use one that's aluminium based, and just said the month after I'll change it and I'll use one that takes out the aluminium, which is copper based. Do you know what I mean? Is it iron based? Should I say not copper, but iron based? So I use Rowaphos, and then the other one was is it Seachum's? And they always tell you if you're going to use phosphate remover, use one then the other because you're actually counteracting each one then instead of using the same one constantly. Because you don't want too much iron in it and you don't want too much aluminium in it. So that I knew why that was high. So if I sent another one off now, I've been using Rowaphos, which gets rid of aluminium, which will be fine. I had a bit. My zinc was a little high, but that's because the same product I was dosing with the iodine had zinc in it and all. So
zinc.
Yeah. So I was putting too much zinc in there. Me silicates was high. That's easy enough. I needed to change my RO unit filters, and I need to change the membrane in my RO.
Was
So
you
all
getting
they got
rampant
changed.
sponge growth? Was you getting
I was
rampant
getting-
sponge growth?
Yeah, I was getting sponge growth, yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, all RO unit changed out. So I got the problems, like some of the problems when you get your ICP test back. I think some people jump on the bandwagon thinking, oh my God, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. But if you know what you've done to cause that, you stop doing that.
Right.
And I knew that I was
Yeah.
dosing this and it had that in it and that in it. And I knew that I needed to change my membrane. I never changed it in 2 years. I was still getting 0 TDS, but I knew that I needed to change it.
Yeah. I think
I changed the pre-filters.
regardless. I think every 15, 16 months is a
Yeah,
good time to change it out. Whether it's saying anything crazy or not, you should probably change it out.
yeah. Pre-filters I do every 12 months. So the pre-filters and the resin get changed between 12 and 9 and 12 months. But
Yeah,
like I
see,
said,
for me, I
the
change
membrane,
mine out every 120, 90, or 120 days, every 3 to 4 months.
yeah. What's your
I change
TDS out
mine
of tap?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe 100.
It's not that high.
100.
Yeah. It's not that high where I am. So even when I change them,
Right.
they come out clean. I'll learn the lesson. Well, I'll send you me Triton results so you can have a look at them. Do you know the latest ones I sent off?
Okay.
Let's see, then I was on the chat. Oh, chat's
Yeah, I'm getting ready to dose this tank again. Probably pretty soon. I like to dose. And that's the thing, like for this tank, only thing I dose is interceptor, just to make sure no red bugs or running rampant. I don't mind having some, but I try to make sure they don't get out of control, because your corals will show you if they do.
Right.
They'll fade out on you.
It's like I've
If they
never.
get too many of them.
I've only been doing this 6 years,
Mhm.
Rico, and I've never seen a red bug in anyone's
Yeah,
system.
well, wrasses and stuff. I actually Dart Mandarin will get on the corals and pick at them and get them too. So I try to keep things so as natural as possible. It's not obviously feasible for a lot of people that got smaller systems, but on a larger scale, you could do so much. The proper tools, meaning the fish, to do a specific job for you.
Yeah.
Dragon face or dragon pipe fish, they love red bugs. That's a natural food for them. Their mouths is about as big as a seahorse. They're part of the seahorse family. They're like the cousins of seahorses. But that's one of their favorite foods. That's one of the foods that they cruise around and take care of the corals. You got acro crabs, take care of the corals. Wrasses, take care of little pests, things on the corals.
Yeah.
There's so much that you can do and not freak out. I don't freak out. I want a little bit of diversity in my reef tank, whereas some people don't, because they don't have the means or the volume to put the necessary the fish, the necessary fish to do that job. They just don't have the room. So that's why but everything can be downsized too.
Yeah.
Just picking out a few fish that do a specific job and that's it. But like people hate the 6-line wrasse. 6-line wrasse might be a jerk, but he's a jerk just like a human are jerk when you know your job and you do your job very well. You just become a prick about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I love my 6-line wrasse.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I got to get like 3 more. I had one jump out before we left out of my separate system that's not tied to my main tank. My baby one jumped out. He was on the floor, stiff as a board. I was like, yeah, he'll learn.
Here's mine. Hang on. He's just popped out now. Let's see if I can get him on. Where's my camera? There we are. There he is. Where are we? Come on. Turn it the other way. There he is. Doing his job, hunting.
Yeah. Yep.
But Kotang thinks look, he's trying to get the 6-line to clean it. Look, see him turn himself to the Kotang.
You got a cleaner wrasse in there, don't you? You got a cleaner wrasse in there?
No.
Blue Street cleaner wrasse?
One that I've not got. No. I tell you what, the other week, my fox face had a big hole on its side.
Really?
I had a fight with a Kotang. And the Kotang whacked it and slit its side.
Oh yeah.
I think if you can see, look, it's fully healed. It's got a little. I can't really see it. Let's see if I can turn the lights on. You can see a little.
I gotta get some more wrasses in here.
Yeah, a little dark patch where it was, but it's fully healed. Absolutely beautiful. Fully healed. He's a beautiful little fish. I've had him for 6 years.
Oh yeah.
He's blowing his bubbles now. Loves blowing his bubbles. Here we go. Look, bubble blowing. Nat King, I must have missed it. What's your update on your tank? Well, nothing else has died yet. Nat? Well, I'm not saying yet. Touch wood.
Oh, what's up? I can't see the chat. Hello, everybody in the chat. I'm just I can't see the chat.
It's very quiet, the chat, but they just asked how's the update going. Let's say, nothing else has died. Touch wood. So, up to yet, we're all right.
Here's a close up. Now the bubbles are.
I'm going to pin that to YouTube so everyone can see that.
What? What?
I've just presented it so everyone can see that perfectly. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that.
Oh, mine?
There's slime coming off it. Yeah, yours.
Oh, yeah.
You can see my head popping through his eye looking at this monitor. Bubbling in its element, people. Rico, Nat said, Rico is in his right place, not Facebook. Do you know, I thought it was actually good doing a Facebook one as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. People ask me to do it, and I don't mind if they're gonna, come over and support this side of the, this is where it started at, and I don't mind doing some Facebook if they support, my YouTube as well.
Well, it's called the Live Stream King. It's not called the YouTube King.
Yeah, live stream.
And it was a live stream. There you go.
Right.
I think it's good because
there's a picture.
If you open your...
Look at the color of this. This is on the sand bed, okay? This is on the sand bed. This tank is 27 inches deep, and the lights are 16 inches off the water surface. This thing's a frag. I left it here. It's been here for months. And look at the color on it. Okay?
Just left it to do its thing.
Just left it on the sand. Look, there's sand on it. Look, I don't do nothing with it. Look at that. Look at that. on the sand, just sitting in the sand.
Well, it's happy. Leave it.
Yeah, you know, it's been there forever. There's a piece of rest that tells the stuff gets broken off and whatever. I just leave it. You know.
Yeah. Is your Tulsa like an harder coral to get over there, or is it pretty easy to get?
Yeah, it's I think fairly decent to get.
Yeah, over here you don't see it much, so that reflects on the price of it.
Yeah, a lot of people can't believe how red it's supposed to be orange in Tulsa, but it's more red. People don't realize they can't believe how is that red? Is it that color? You know, it's like, yep, sure is, buddy. You can
Let's get my
manipulate.
Tulsa up. Where's my Tulsa? Let's have a look at that. There's mine. Got a bit of it there. I don't know if you can see it on. I've got a bit there, and I've got a bit down there, but that's it. Mine seems to be orange.
Yeah, mine's more of a red.
Is that a chalice?
Yeah, mummy eye.
Looks like a mountain.
This is, yeah.
Where's the natural place for a chalice to go?
I just throw them on a sandbed. See, I just throw them pieces. These are all frags. This is where it grew. You can see the humps. Those are all frags on rocks that I grew them on. They're just growing straight down the rock. These rocks are pretty much all covered now. And just grow them right on the sand. That's it.
Keep them where they're happy. Do you not have any A-cans?
A-cans? What's that? Yeah,
you have any
I got
A-cans?
A-cans. Yeah, I don't have them in here. They're in the frag tank.
Right.
I'm going to bring them back over. My foul fish passed away. He disappeared, so he passed away at some point last month or so. Never found them. Gone. So he finally kicked the bucket. So I could put the A-cans and stuff like that back over here. I should be able to put those guys back over here. So
Best place for A-cans on the sandbed. Love the sandbed.
yeah. Well, I think I'm going to hop off. I got some more stuff to do, and I want to finish up this editing and put out a video. Just a quick video. It's, nothing, whatever. It's about Aqualife. Their other light that they got coming. So it's about 2-minute long video or so of him talking, explaining the features of it so people can see that. So I'm going to hop off, do that, grab some food, and get ready for the kiddos to get home.
I'm going to grab something to eat.
Huh?
So I'm going to shut it down anyway. Grab something to eat. If anyone does one
All
later,
right.
are you doing one
All right.
later?
Well, I'll catch you guys later. Huh?
Yeah. Are you going to do a live stream later? Or not bothering?
Yeah, I might. I'm not 100% sure yet.
Not a problem.
I might. All right. All right, Paul. I'll talk to you later.
Rico.
Bye-bye.
Right. See you later, people.
Yep.
Catch you later.